Hello folks, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon overlord here, and welcome to my lair in the realm of Battlerite once again. But before we get on to the show, I would like to say if you're new here and enjoy my videos and would like to keep up to date with the things I post, please smash the subscribe button. And if you like, dislike, or would like to comment on my videos, please do so as you see fit. But now on to the show. Today we'll be doing a spotlight on the Battlerite champion Pearl, the Ocean Sage. She's a support class from the Southern Dominion of Trollope. A sage able to control the oceans and whatever creatures that lurk below. Pearl transforms water into volatile attacks, rejuvenating streams and protecting bubbles. Now let's get on to her customizables. You have the couple different outfits here, of course, just like everybody else, a total of 5 different outfits. Then you have the different weapons. She actually goes all the way up into legendary, but her defaults are just some staffs. Then you have pointy staffs of a couple different colors. Then you have the trident staffs, all with the wonderful little orb in the center. And lastly, her 2 legendaries, the aquarium staffs with a little fishy. And onto her poses, just point and a fish bubble. Now let's hop into a training match so we can go over her battle rights and moves. As always, we will start with turning on infinite energy and no cooldowns. It just makes life a little bit easier. Now from left to right, we'll start with her left click ability, Volatile Water. Launch a projectile that deals 14 damage, deals 22 damage, and silences the enemy if your staff is fully charged. As you can see, staff is not fully charged yet, but it should be now as you see the big glow around it. See, forget how do you tell her if her staff is fully charged or not. But now on to the right click ability. It's just Healing Wave. As I said, she's a support class, so she has a lot of healing and protecting for allies. But Healing Wave is to channel a healing wave that heals the nearest ally for 21 health over 0.45 seconds. Recharges faster for each nearby ally. Just a wave, of course. As you can see, you can do it up to 3 times total before the cooldown really gets you. Then you have her space move, Dive. Dive into a pool of water and travel to target location. Causes a riptide that deals 12 damage to nearby enemies when you dive. Boom, go over here. And to show that it does that damage, right there. Then onto her Q move, Tidal Wave. Counter the next melee or projectile attack, causing a tidal wave that deals 16 damage and knocks nearby enemies back. The wave also heals you for 16 health and recharges your staff. Okie dokie, so we'll get our staff recharges. This one, we're actually going to go over by this guy, of course, that damages us, and we're going to go boom. And yeah, we got to get closer. As you can see, now you can tell how the staff is charged. It turns purple. Very bright purple. But now onto the E move. It is Bubble Barrier. Spawn a bubble barrier at target location that slows enemy projectiles and enemies that enters the space. We'll go do it on this guy since he is moving. And Bubble Barrier. See, as he's much slower. Now the R move, Bubble Shield. Shield target ally, removing all negative effects. Shield absorbs 30 damage. Boom, Bubble Shield. Protected for a little bit. Now on to the ultimate, Jaws. Summon Jaws from the depths to devour enemies, dealing 20 area damage. Devoured enemies are removed from battle until Jaws spews them out. Deals 20 damage to all enemies near the landing site. Can be recasted to redirect the landing site. Now we'll go over here, cast Jaws right there. You see, picked all of them up. Boom. Now onto the EX abilities. For her, it is on her left click ability, Overflow. Recharges your weapon. Boom, recharged. And then hit for the 22. And then on the E ability, Unstable Bubble. Spawn a bubble barrier target location that slows enemy projectiles and anyone that enters the space. Explodes when the effects ends, dealing 26 damage and knocking enemies back. And we'll toss this right here, of course. And boom. Actually did 52 on that one. That was nice. But now onto her battle rights. If you would click. Round 1, she has Power of the Depth. Dive charges your weapon. Ocean Sage. Bubble Barrier can be recasted within 1.2 seconds to spawn a lesser bubble barrier. And Fountain. Healing Wave projectiles bounces to the nearest ally, healing them for 6 health. As a support class, I would personally go with Fountain for a little bit more healing. Then you have round 2, Splash Damage. Empowered Volatile Water deals splash damage and inflicts silence on all enemies hit. Then you have Sea Bubble. Tidal Wave spawns a lesser bubble barrier around you when triggered. And Healing Stream. Successful Healing Wave hits reduces the cooldown of dive by 0.33 seconds. Not so sure on this one. Silence is pretty useful, but Healing Stream right here would actually be pretty nice as well. For you can get out of spaces a lot more easier. And just get away, because as a support class you want to heal and do what you have to do and not personally die. Then you have round 3. You have Douse. Dive inflicts a fading snare that lasts 2 seconds upon submerging. Then you have Bobble Bubble. Bubble shield cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. If the shield is destroyed by damage, you are granted 25% energy. That sounds pretty powerful, actually. Not only would that cooldown go down by 5 seconds, bringing it, yes, the cooldown down to 10 seconds, so you can do it every 10 seconds. You also would regain that energy you spent by casting it. And you have Water Walk. Walking through a bubble barrier increases your movement speed by 40%. I'd still personally go with Bobble Bubble on this one, especially for the chance you have a bubble. You shield your ally, especially if they're a melee class and they're really getting pounded on. You'll get that 25% energy back real quick, and you can cast it every 10 seconds. Then round 4, Aegis. You absorb 20% of damage taken when below 30% health. Soaking Wet. The silence duration from a charged volatile water is increased to 1.8 seconds from 1.2 seconds. And Tasty Fish. Bubble Barrier spawns a Tasty Fish that heals 16 health when picked up. I would personally go with Tasty Fish, especially when combined. Just going with everything else you got. I mean, it's a bubble barrier. Going with that is just healing is what this class does. More healing is always good. And lastly, you have Tribute of the Sea. As 3 tasty fishes healing 12 health each spawns when Jaws submerges. And Presence of the Sea. Your weapon is recharged when Jaws is activated. Not really. I was gonna say not really sure what to go on this round, but if you made it to round 5, you're probably gonna need to heal, and that might win you the game. So a little bit more healing is always good. So 3, that's 36 health, can be a lot. So yeah, Tribute of the Sea is what I would do. But this has been a quick spotlight overview on I cannot talk today. This has been a quick spotlight overview on Pearl. If you enjoyed the video, like or dislike as you see fit, and don't forget to check the down below where I'll have information on this game, such as the Steam page, and I'll have my contacts such as my Twitter, my Tumblr, and my Twitch link. And have a wonderful day.